Hey, how are you? Wanted to make another quick video here on something I don't feel like I talk about enough. I talk about the processes, the renewals, building up an agency, but this is the bloodline of the business is how to sell and how to work insurance leads and how to call insurance leads efficiently, effectively, and to convert more sales. So let's dive into it. First things first, this is what I talk about with my team all the time. Your energy in the first 5 seconds of a call, anytime, whether it's a customer that you already have, a lead, a cold lead, whatever it is, the first 5 seconds are probably the most important portion of any call, because in that time they basically build a mental picture of who you are and who that person is on the other side of the phone. So super, super important that those first 5 seconds are sharp, are eloquent, are enthusiastic, and you come off as an expert in what you're talking about. So you need to know, what you're talking about. Come in with the energy, the right energy. So in this business, sales are about rapport. And I have never made a sale in the agency. I mean, we have had some easy ones that come to us, but 95% of all the sales made in the agency were built on trust, built on rapport, somebody, referring them to us that already had trust in us. So everything comes down to trust and rapport. Those are two massive points, and being enthusiastic, sharp, and eloquent as an expert in the first 5 seconds is the key. If you can't figure that out, you're going to have a very, very hard time selling and getting people to listen to you. So number one, trust is the key. Number two, genuinely care about the people that you're talking to and actually have an interest in helping them and improving their situation. And then, the first 5 seconds, those are the first, 3 tips. So I'll just dive into it, kind of how I would do it. If I was cold calling somebody right off the bat, I would be like, hey, is John there? And then they would be like, well, yeah, sorry, this is John. Who's this? And I would say, hey, John, this is Chris calling from Adelphia Insurance in Torrance. How's it going today? And then they would basically say, see the fact that I kind of asked a question. I was like, hey, this is Chris from Adelphia Insurance. Like, you should know where I'm calling from in Torrance. How's it going today? And then they would be like, oh, good, Chris. Sorry, you said you're calling from Adelphia. What? Yeah, John, Adelphia Insurance. I'm an insurance broker here in Torrance. And the reason for the call, I came across your auto repair shop down the street. And if you have, just a minute here, I would like to run a few things by you for a quote. Is this a bad time, John? And then he'd be like, no, it's about, it kind of, I don't really have too much time. I totally understand. I'll keep it super brief, straight to the point, John. I've seen some huge rate reductions in auto repair shops recently here in the local area. And, we would love the opportunity to see if we can run you a quote and save you some money. Can I run you a quote? It'll take just a minute and it's just a few questions. John, would you be interested? Can I run you a quote? And then he'd be like, dude, you know what? I was actually just thinking about doing my insurance. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Then you go into it. You say, hey, John, what's the name of the business? What's the address? Let's get this going, and then throw in a joke or two, kind of lighten up the mood, make it a little funny. Like, oh, nice, man. I see you. Like, looks like you're probably working on some funny car. I don't know, dude. I'm just making stuff. I'm pulling stuff out now. But lighten up the mood, kind of build some rapport. Ask him about his, so do you have a family? Do you live around here? Where are you from? How'd you get into it? Throw in some questions that are more, not so surface level insurance questions, and get deeper and build that relationship with the person. So I'm not going to go in so much to the script, because the script is not the important part. The real important part is what I was talking about at the beginning, is the rapport, your energy, your tone, and they can sense that you are either coming from a good place of genuinely caring, or not. So if you just go in there with the intention of like, I'm just trying to make a buck, they're going to feel that. They're not going to like that. They're going to probably push away. And the most important thing is to go in with that trust, that genuineness, wanting to help. If they have a better option, and tell them straight up, John, if you have a better quote or you have a better company, I will tell you straight up, and then you keep what you have, and you don't switch it over. I'll tell you if you have the best option. Tell them honestly, and then 6 months later, a year later, they're going to remember that that's the guy who told me not to try. He didn't even try to sell me. He just told me straight up I had the best option. and now they're going to come back to you and maybe give you a shot. So that's it. Be honest, work hard, show up with the right energy, because if you don't, if you come lackadaisical, hey, this is Chris calling from Adelphia Insurance. Sir, can I run you a quote? No one's ever going to listen to you, and no one's ever going to be interested. So come in, sharp. Hey, how's it going, John? This is Chris calling from Adelphia Insurance down the street. Can I run you a quote on your auto repair shop? Sure, let's do it. And that's all I got. Hopefully that was helpful. Maybe you needed to hear that. Keep you on your toes. And just remember another point. Every call you make is the first time they're hearing you. So it's, you might have had a couple of good ones, and then you might start getting kind of tired. But just remember that everybody that answers that phone, it's the first time they're hearing you. It's for the first time. So make sure reset each one. It's a brand new call. It's a brand new person. Come in with fresh, reset energy and get it going. So hopefully that was helpful, and I will see you guys at the top. And then if you guys have any questions, I also have some sales scripts that I sell with the procedures, processes on the website. So chriscostantini.com. Also check out the podcast. This should be on the podcast. If you're listening to this on the podcast, that's great. And that's all I got. Hopefully that was helpful. See you guys.